This will be your overview of Hazmat Ops JPR number 7. This will involve firefighting foam and vapor suppression. We'll start off with your task. Using the type of firefighting foam or vapor suppressing agent and foam equipment furnished by the authority having jurisdiction, demonstrate the proper application of the firefighting foam or vapor suppressing agent on a simulated spill or fire involving hazardous materials. So before we get into depth on this, when we say foam equipment furnished by the authority having jurisdiction, you're going to be tested on the gear that you've been shown and that's available to the college. So when it comes to foam, we're not going to be dealing with eductor kits or anything like that for as long as that's not available. What we do have available is the Pro Pack, which you will have gone over in depth before test day. So if you draw this JPR, you'll be using the Pro Pack. So we need to be familiar with the setup, the application of it, and how to deliver foam effectively. So again, no safety failures. We don't want to risk failing a station based on safety criteria. The equipment provided, for our purposes, this will be the Pro Pack. We'll either provide foam or we'll use a soap material that will simulate that foam. That will be determined by the proctors, but won't change your scenario at all. We'll have the means of delivering water, whether it's through fire apparatus or off of a hydrant. And then we'll provide you with a scenario, either a liquid on the ground or something burning, where you're going to apply that foam. This will all be lined out by your proctors at those stations, but the overview will be just the same. This will be performed in your full PPE, so it'll be in your bunker gear and your SCBA. The task steps. Anything in hazmat that you ever do, you always want to perform the skill and at least verbalize that you're approaching that spill or that release from uphill and upwind. So you don't want to put yourself in a position where if it's a gas cloud that's coming toward you, if it's a liquid pool that it's something that could be running off toward you. You don't want that foam product that you're going to start flowing to come toward you. So you want to be uphill from it and you want to be upwind. You're going to select a nozzle from that Pro Pack. We're going to set up the nozzle to the correct pattern. And then approaching your foam product, we're going to correctly apply based on the 3 types of application that we've gone over throughout the operations class. Those would be the bank down, roll on, or rain down methods. There will be an accompanying video demonstrating each of those methods. This video's purpose is to take you through just the JPR portion of this to increase your understanding before test day. But each of those steps are lined out in your book, have been covered in the curriculum, and will be demonstrated by attached videos in this series. The end goal is to effectively control those vapors or that fire. So we want to lay down an effective, efficient foam blanket. And a critical piece, when we talk about critical criteria, section 4, do not disturb the foam blanket. This is critically important that you don't do it, that you don't lay down that blanket and then either direct a water stream or step on it and disturb that blanket, because now you're risking reignition by disturbing that blanket that's suppressing your vapors. But it's definitely something you need to say. You don't want to go and perform these skills appropriately and then potentially fail the station because you didn't verbalize a critical criteria. So always mention, once you've done laying down that blanket, that you're going to take every measure to avoid disturbing that foam blanket. And that may involve reapplying additional foam later to make sure you have an adequate blanket maintained. But at the very least, say that you won't disturb the foam blanket. And lastly, always worth verbalizing, safely exiting the area. Say it and demonstrate it. And when we say demonstrate it, what we mean is once you've laid that blanket down and you've made sure that it's adequate and you're not disturbing it, back away. Don't turn your back to the product. Just back away, ready to open up that nozzle and apply more foam if necessary to protect you and your partner. So these steps are simple. Once you get plenty of hands-on experience with the Pro Pack and you've had some more visual demonstration of these 3 methods of applying foam, it really comes down to simply verbalizing these major points, 4 and 5 being the keys. So always verbalize that you're approaching from uphill upwind, that you're selecting the appropriate pattern. Verbalize which methods you're going to be using to demonstrate that you know what each one means. And always verbalize that you're not disturbing the foam blanket, reapplying foam as necessary, and that you're safely exiting the area as a team. And that's JPR number 7.